crypto market is pretty quiet today, as it usually is on Fridays, but there is one coin that is absolutely flying, and that is, of course, XRP. Here is the 7-day chart. It is up a whopping 16% on the week. Earlier today, it was up about 22% on the week, which for a near $340 billion market cap coin, that is a huge 7-day gain. And this is so big. Check this stat out. This is insane. This is the first time it's hit all-time high since 2018, 7 years ago. And if you look at the full near 13-year chart for Ripple, yes, it's been around since 2012 before Ethereum. Here it is. This was the high it reached in the famous December of 2017 or early January. It was absolutely flying. Reached a price of about 340 right there. And then today it's at 337, but it hit, I believe, 343 earlier today. That is just unbelievable. 7 years later, finally a new all-time high. And before we get further into the reasons why XRP is pumping, just some updates from my exchange partner, BTCC. Maybe you're new to the channel, but it is July. They have some exciting campaigns going on over there. They're always listed right here on the BTCC website, but one of them, for example, is the new user deposit campaign. If you sign up for an account and deposit $500 into the platform within 7 days of creating the account, then you get a $20 trading fund. There's also the copy trading loss program. This is for new copy traders. If you open up a position and the copy trade results in a loss, then BTCC will cover the first $50 of that loss. Pretty cool, right? So if you want to sign up for any of those campaigns or just sign up for an account in BTCC, get up to $10,000 in bonuses and use any of these 4 links at the top of the video description area. Now back to XRP. Now to show you just how unusual it is for a crypto coin to break a new all-time high after 7 long years. That's like 7 light years in any other industry. Let's look at the chart for Bitcoin. So here is January 2018 when Ripple hit a new all-time high, and then Bitcoin also did that. So it typically works in the crypto industry. Everything's pumping together. But since then, Bitcoin has hit a new all-time high 5 times. 1, 2 in 2021, and then 3, 4, 5 in 2024 and 2025. Ethereum's chart is roughly similar to Bitcoin's. It also hit an all-time high in January 2018 when Ripple did. Since then, it has hit 2 new all-time highs, and then 3 times in the last year, it has come close to the all-time high, but hasn't quite hit it. And then there's XRP's chart. Massive spike in January 2017, 18. I was around then. That was the hottest coin of that month, January and December, around the turn of 2018. It was just wild, I remember. And then since then, just down due mostly to the SEC case, and finally a pump last year and a new all-time high today. And volatility is picking up. Binance just received 100 million XRP tokens in a single transaction. That's $340 million at current prices. So is this maybe a whale gearing up to sell? Or I don't know, is this the team doing something, paying for something, giving it to a partner? We just don't know. We shall see, but that's the kind of stuff you expect when a Bitcoin hits a new all-time high. Here's a good tweet. Moment of silence for those who sold their XRP because they claimed it was a shit coin that will miss the run. I got to admit, even though XRP is the most diehard community out there, there is no community that gets more haters for whatever reason than XRP. Well, the community is laughing now because this coin is at a new ATH. People, XRP is dead. Here is a body in the morgue. Not every part of the body is dead. It's a good tweet right there. Now, what else? So why is the coin pumping is the big. So the big thing today, it's been pumping all week. A bunch of different reasons we're going to get to. The main reason it's pumping today is this, that President Trump is signing the Crypto Genius Act into law today at 2:30 p.m. So what is the Crypto Genius Act? It is a piece of legislation focused on basically giving a regulatory framework for stablecoins. So this doesn't really have anything to do specifically with XRP, but XRP has suffered the most from the SEC lawsuit and just a lack of regulatory clarity in general. So it's having a positive effect on XRP's price because it signals, more regulatory framework clarity in the U.S. Additionally, 3 different XRP-focused ETFs have been approved in the month of July. And these are some pretty big names, too. ProShares ETF, Grayscale, everyone should be familiar with those 2, and then Total Capital. All 3 of those have received approval in July, as mentioned, specifically in the last week and a half. So that explains why we really started to build momentum just in the last 1 to 2 weeks. Then we have unconfirmed reports of American Express, Bank of America, and Santander Bank all now using XRP in their banking systems. Not confirmed, but tweet is a tweet. What else do we have here? What is confirmed is this. So Mazari Research, they're a huge crypto research firm. They just came out with a big report this week. They talked about XRP a lot. They said that the momentum that they've seen with XRP and, statistical metrics are behind it. It really has not been this high since January, just in terms of social volume, trading volume, how many people buying and selling, in addition to price action. He also said they're seeing increased interest from financial institutions in a variety of different tokens, particularly XRP and the XRP ledger, which has compliance features at the chain level that could theoretically make it easier for a financial institution to tokenize and manage a product on chain. So it's kind of in line with this unconfirmed tweet right there. And that's it, guys. XRP Army, drop a comment down below. Hope you enjoyed this video. I plan to do more XRP videos. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Check out BTCC Exchange. And that is it. See you guys later.